Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to share with you few exercises that I do and I used to do in my day-to-day life in order to improve my English. And those exercises I would like to share with you all if you want to improve your English without spending even a single penny. Because I have learned this language, I didn't join any English institution, I didn't take online subscription, I didn't join offline classes too, and I have learned this language sitting at home. And these are the few exercises. If you start implementing all those exercises in your day-to-day life, you would start improving your English and you don't feel like joining any institution to improve your English. Okay, so do watch this video till the end in order to get great clarity over it. So before going into this video, I would make a request to you all. If you haven't subscribed my channel, so please do subscribe first. So there are 5 practices that I'm going to share with you all in order to improve your English, in order to enhance your English proficiency. So the first one, that is clear your basic. First, make sure that you are going to make a good command over your basic, because if you have a good command over your basic, if you know how to do translation, if you have a good command over translation, if you know how to frame sentences, this is also going to help you to improve this language. This is going to make you to understand videos, that you are watching in English. So it is also going to help you, it is also going to make you to develop basic understanding to understand this language. So first of all, you need to understand that I need to clear my basic. I need to understand where to use is, are, am, where to use preposition, conjunction. So these are the things that you need to make a good command over it. And after making a good command over your basic, the second step would be start consuming English content, and along with consuming, you need to do storytelling. And here I'm going to tell you how you can do this. First, on YouTube, just search English stories and pick one of them. There are so many stories pop up in front of your phone screen, and pick one of them, and each and every day pick one of the story and listen to that story twice. Put your video on loop, and once if it is completed, it will replay again. Simple. This is the simple procedure that you need to do in order to consume English content. Why I'm suggesting you to watch a stories instead of a movies? Because in your initial stage, it might be very difficult for you to understand American accent. And these stories are available for free, and these stories are in an Indian accent. We don't find any kind of difficulties to understand them. And this is the simplest thing that you need to do in order to consume English content. Each and every day, pick one story, put it on loop, and just watch that story twice. And then the next step would be put your phone aside, remove your earpods, put your phone aside, and what you need to do is to express whatever you have learned from that story. What was the story, and what are the mistakes that the another person has made in that story, and you are not going to make it. You have learned something from that story. So these are the things that you need to speak it in a systematic way. In your initial days, it might feel challenging to you all. It might feel like, oh, why I'm going to do this? Yeah, consuming is easier. We can consume anything in English. But when it comes to practice it, when it comes to create it, we find so much difficulties. And here we need to pay a lot more of our attention towards creating. After consuming, you need to speak that whole story in your own words. Here, I'm not telling you need to speak as it is, but you need to speak it. In your initial stage, you need to try to speak the story, whatever the story was, just try to express in your own words. And there is no difficulty you are going to find. You are just sitting inside your room and expressing the whole story. There is nobody who is judging you. There is only you itself. You are listening to you. That's it. So in your initial stage, it might feel challenging at first, but With regular practice, slowly and gradually, you will become familiar with it. After some time, you won't find any kind of difficulties expressing stories to your own self. Slowly and gradually, you will become familiar with this practice. Okay, so you need to do this practice in order to improve your English, because practice plays an important role in order to speak in English. Okay, third step would be you're supposed to start reading. In order to improve your English, you're supposed to do a lot of reading. And here I'm going to tell you the correct way of reading. Back then, I made a blunder. What happens after clearing my basic, I came across with my ninth class book and I started reading that book. It took me 1 month to complete that book. After reading that book, I came across that I didn't learn anything out of it. I wasn't understand any vocabs. I was not understanding because they used heavy sentences, they used heavy vocabs. It was quite difficult for me. It was quite difficult for every beginner who has just completed his or her basic. So that was the first mistake that I made. I was totally unaware about the consequences, and I came across that it's a high time for me to start reading my fifth class book, to start reading my sixth class book, because here I need to develop a habit of reading. And if I start reading from my fifth or sixth class book, it is going to be very easier for me to understand each and everything. And the same thing you need to do. As some of you would say that I don't have my fifth class book, sixth class book. What am I going to do now? Just ask from your neighbor children. Ask them, you have your fifth class book, just give it to me for a few days and then I will return it back to you. Simple. Ask from your cousin. If your cousin are studying in fifth or sixth class, just ask from them and say, I would return it back to you after some time. This is going to be quite easier. And trust me, within 2 months, I have covered all these books. And after reading all these books, I came across with my ninth class book again. Trust me, I didn't find any kind of difficulties. Everything I was understanding the story. One more thing that I would like to add here, and more important, consider start reading aligned with your interest, aligned with your interest and your goals. That makes reading easier for you all. It is going to be very difficult for you to develop a habit of reading without interest. So pick books according to your interest, and this would make reading enjoyable and engaging. So in order to improve your English, you should start reading each and every day. Okay, so we are moving to the fourth one, that would be writing your daily routine each and every day. So in order to write, this is also going to help you to develop your writing skills. Here I am going to tell you how you can do this. Take 3 topics. The first one topic is what do you do in a day? The second topic is what will you do in the future? And the third topic is what did you do yesterday? Each and every day, pick one of them and write it down. After writing it down, what you need to do, you need to revise it. You need to revise it little aloud, because this is how you would become very familiar with your daily stuff. This is how you won't find any kind of difficulties expressing your daily stuff to anybody. And sometime when you're writing something, you're writing what happened with you yesterday, you're writing something and you find difficulties to write it down. You find difficulties to translate that in English. So what you need to do, just go Google and get the translation and write it down and try to revise it again and again, and make sure that you are going to use it in that specific situation. Okay, and this is how you are also going to improve your writing skills, and along with your writing skills you are also going to improve your daily stuff. Okay, so this is the correct way to write it down, and along with writing you are also going to express your daily stuff, and you won't find any kind of difficulties articulating your thoughts much better than earlier. So this is how you are going to write, and this is how you're also going to improve your daily stuff. Okay, one, and it's supposed to be your motivation, because this is not going to let you to give up. That is called your determination. how determined you are towards learning this language. This, your determination, gonna define that how you are going to implement all those things in order to improve your English. Your determination is going to make you not to give up. Your determination is going to let you to forget about all the worries, to forget about all the challenges that you are going to face in order to improve your English. It is going to be little challenging, it is going to be little difficult, but your determination is going to make you not to give up. Just let go of all these, just let go of this thinking that, oh my god, it is going to be very difficult for me. Your determination is going to help you to just start implementing all those things regularly. Each and every day you are going to implement all these things in order to see improvement. Once you start implementing all these things regularly, slowly and gradually you would start improving your English. Slowly and gradually you would start getting the great command over this language. Slowly and gradually you will start improving your English. This is how you can improve your English, by practicing these 5 simple steps, and these steps would definitely make you to become fluent in English. So start implementing all these things in your day-to-day life. This is how I improved my English. I was very determined. I was working each and every day over these 5 areas, and I felt like I just want to improve this language. And when your determination is strong, that would make you to just make continuous efforts, do regular practice each and every day. And once when you're going to do regular practice, slowly and gradually you are going to make a good command over this language, and you are going to speak this language without finding any kind of difficulties. If you are ready to accept all the challenges, if you are ready to implement all those things in your day-to-day life, it is going to be very easier for you to improve this language. And this is how your determination works for you all. In my case, my determination was the thing that made me to improve this language. And the same thing I just want to share with you all, that your determination, you should be that much determined towards improving your English. If somebody is going to mock at you, you just need to make sure that you are not going to lose your determination. You are not going to give up. Start practicing all these things in your day-to-day life, and slowly and gradually you will start improving your English. So the regular practice would make you fluent in English. Try to do regular practice each and every day in order to get the great command over this language. This is it for today, and here I would like to make a request for you all. If you have learned something from this video, and if you find all these steps helpful for you all, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And this is it for today. I hope you will start implementing all these things in your day-to-day life in order to see improvements. And once you start improving all these things in your day-to-day life, trust me, English would become very easier for you to speak. And this is how I improved my language, and this is how I learned this language. And that's why I just wanted to share with you all these 5 tips that helped me a lot to improve my English. So this is it for today. Thank you so much for looking into this video. I'll see you soon in the next video. Radhe Radhe to you all.